Hey everybody, so I know I've been promising this video about the Democratic Party, but it's just kind of not happening at the moment. At the moment, there's just too many other things catching my attention for me to focus on it. Um, but yeah, so moving on, today I have a little story for you guys. It is story time here, and I think it's a really important story as to kind of depict how America really is at the moment, and kind of explain how free I think we really are at the moment. So one day, little Johnny, walks into an ice cream shop. And as soon as he walks in, the shop owner says, "Well, Johnny, welcome to the ice cream shop. And I just want you to know that you can't actually leave. You're not allowed to leave until you buy ice cream, or the sheriff here is going to take you off to jail." And Johnny looks a little confused, but he wants to buy ice cream, so it couldn't be a problem anyways, because he's going to buy ice cream, and, it won't be an issue, even if the guy's serious. So he kind of laughs it off and walks up to the counter, and he starts looking at the flavors, and there's all sorts of flavors up there. And Johnny decides, "Sir, I'd like some Oreo. I'd like some Oreo ice cream." And the man says, "Well, Johnny, that's a great choice, but that's not actually how it works here. You see, what we have is these two lovely gentlemen here, and you can pick one of them, but whoever you pick is going to choose your ice cream for you." So Johnny looks a little confused again, and he says, "Well, why can't I just choose my own ice cream?" And he said, "Well, that's just the way it works here. And when you walked in, you agreed to it." So Johnny says, "Well, okay, I guess. Well, you, sir, what? I like Oreo. I want Oreo. What are you going to choose for me?" And the man says, "Well, Johnny, that's an excellent question, and I think it's really important and valuable that we live in a land where there are people like you to ask those tough questions, and I really admire your bravery in coming here to ask me that tough question today. So thank you, Johnny, and God bless you." And Johnny looked a little confused. Again, you can see the trend here. And he says, "Well, I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Well, you, sir, I like Oreo. What would you choose for me?" And the man looks at Johnny and says, "Well, Johnny, I think it's important, rather, that we see the value in every flavor of ice cream. And sometimes you want vanilla, and sometimes you want chocolate, and that's perfectly fine, and I think we should value each flavor of ice cream for itself. And God bless you, Johnny." And so Johnny stands there. He says, Well, sir, I don't know what they're going to pick for me. I don't like either of these people. I'm not sure what they could choose, butter pecan for all I know. I'm not a big fan of butter pecan." And the man says, "Well, Johnny, you can keep asking them questions if you want." And he said, "Well, my other question, they didn't answer my question. I don't know what they're going to do." And he says, "Well, Johnny, you have to pick one of them, and they have to choose your ice cream for you. I'm sorry, that's just the way the system works." And so Johnny says, "Well, fine. I don't want any ice cream. I'll just leave." And the man says, "Oh, but wait, Johnny. Wait. I told you when you came in here, you can't leave without buying ice cream." Johnny says, "Well, I don't know what I'm going to get. I may not like it. Why would I spend money on it if I may not like what I get?" And he says, "Well, those are just the rules." So, that's America. And if you need an explanation of that, then I don't really want to insult your intelligence, but I should hope it's obvious enough. I am not at all against electing representatives to do certain things that I think a lot of people, pretty much everybody, can agree a governing body should be elected to do. I think there should be a collective defense. I think there should be some form of an overarching law enforcement, some sort of governing body which can actually keep the playing field level. Or fair, rather. Not level, but fair. But ultimately, every decision every power that you turn over to this governing body is ultimately going to be taken from you. So whatever seems like this nice thing in the present, ultimately you can say, oh, we should provide health care to everyone. That's great, until the day that you don't get to choose what your health care is anymore. And you can say, well, I can afford whatever health care I want. They say, no, that's illegal. The government runs health care now, which may not be what the immediate goal is, but ultimately there is never any pullback in government powers. And so I think the more choices we turn over to a governing body, which ultimately is about as transparent as shit and about equally as useful at the moment, we're going to be extremely disappointed. So yeah, that's my story time for you guys today. I want to say happy birthday to my brother for all of the 10 people watching this video, or who have watched it all the way to the end. He actually has a YouTube channel, putting up some video game gameplay videos, a couple with me in them, which are pretty hilarious, by the way, if I do say so myself. So yeah, happy birthday to him. He's been alive for a while. I think, 22 years now. He'll be really angry at me for the lighting in this video, but it was just kind of an impromptu thing, like all of my stuff so far. So yeah, America, freedom, hoorah, kill.